Good morning, guys. I have a standard match here against Angelsdisgrace. Now, I know some of you are like, hey, you're uploading too much standard. And then, you know, when I don't upload standard, some people are like, hey, how come you never play standard? It's like, I can't please anybody or everybody. But this is probably going to be one of my last ones for a while. I do have some backed up, this one being a little bit of an older one, but we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. So he actually has he's running a pseudo rain team. He does lead with Politoed, and I do lead with my Terrakion. Mine is banded. I do not know that his Politoed is scarfed. I should have suspected that, you know, that being fairly common. And he just takes me out with the Scald first turn because, you know, I kind of misplayed that. I thought he'd be a little bit bulkier. I thought he might have been Specs. I thought he might be bluffing it. I thought for some reason he wasn't scarfed. And I thought it was, you know, a really good first turn bluff, and he could have taken, you know, any one of my hits. But it turns out that I lose my Terrakion just to find out that this thing is scarfed, which is not a trade-off I'm okay with. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have switched out to something to take that hit better. I didn't really know what I had to take it better. In hindsight, I probably could have switched out to Hydreigon to take a Scald, but I couldn't really have done much in return. But I missed my Psycho Boost on the Ferrothorn, which is nice because I don't take Life Orb Recoil, and, you know, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm going to go into my Scrafty as he sets up these Stealth Rocks, you know, set up a Dragon Dance on the Switch. Now, I've been thinking for the longest time, I don't want Shed Skin on this because I like Moxie way too much to pass it up. But Lefty's not really doing a lot for me because, you know, you do get that passive recovery with Drain Punch anyways, and you can avoid situations like this where I believe I'm going to get burned on the next turn. But I go for the Drain Punch because he's scarfed, you know, he's not defensive at all, does a pretty damn good chunk, and I will be able to live the next Scald, albeit not that well. But the thing is he will get the burn on the next one, and having a Lumberry is the item I was contemplating switching out on. And some of you are like, you know, run Shed Skin, you know, do some kind of bulky DD set. No, I like running an offensive thing on this thing, you know. It just plows through teams if you get the opportunity. But when you get burned, you don't get that opportunity. So, gonna get my second Moxie boost, but the thing is I'm at like 330 speed, something like that. I'm a little bit faster than Politoed, but I'm still slower than Latios, which is, you know, trouble for me. So, he can take me out with any move of choice. Pun may or may not be intended. I never really learned what this Latios was. I think it might have been scarfed, because we'll see on damage later. But I switch in my Hydreigon, knowing that he's locked in on Surf, or suspecting that he's locked in on Surf. If he was Expert Belt, he would have given me the runaround. But the thing is, if he's Expert Belt, he wouldn't want to stay on that anyway. Because the way I brought it in, you know, hey, I'm scarfed. But I go for the Focus Blast, predicting to switch out the Ferrothorn because he probably knows that I'm going to want to go for the Draco Meteor. And that is a solid 2-hit KO, provided I don't miss my next Focus Blast. Thank God I hit both of them, okay? I don't get what my luck is with Focus Blast. Some matches, I'll just get it right on the money. Some matches I won't, and then just 90 accuracy moves. Guaranteed I can miss one or your money back. So, thankfully, I do hit Focus Blast, as I mentioned, you know, just going back to that. He brings in a Reuniclus. I do not want to be locked in on Focus Blast or take one myself. So, I go out to my Deoxys, you know, just potentially to take a hit. You know, the thing he's probably going to do is go for Focus Blast. That's what I was suspecting. But he ends up going for the Trick Room, and this gives me quite a bit of trouble, because now I have to play around with my resists. You know, I have Hydreigon for the Shadow Ball and the Psychic. I have Gliscor and what is it, Deoxys for the Focus Blast, and I kind of have Deoxys for Psychic as well. But the thing is that I need to find an opportunity to hit this thing, and if it's lefties and it does have Recover, then I could be in trouble. But I switch out to Gliscor on the off chance he is going to have the Focus Blast. I don't think he showed me that before, or if he did, you know, I'm barely noticing it just now. But I Protect just to stall out for some Trick Room turns. I don't really have any other option, and I decide to try to set up a Swords Dance here, knowing I'm at full health. And nothing outside of a super effective move will kill me, but that Psychic does a lot. Holy shit. So he might be, I think he's running that Life Orb set. I haven't seen lefties because I haven't hit him, but that's a lot of damage, you know, from just the regular unboosted Psychic. So I go for the Earthquake here, predicting him to go for the Trick Room again, which he does do. And this means I can actually Protect next turn, you know, stall out a couple more turns, and then just keep switching around until Trick Room wears off. I have a decent chunk of damage on him to the point where if I can bring something in that hits moderately hard, I don't think he has Recover. Or if he does, I haven't seen it yet, you know, he could have very easily predicted one of my Protects and gone for it. But I go out into Deoxys just to take a, I think a Psychic, because that's a stab move, so might as well. He does predict that, go for the Shadow Ball. Don't really mind losing out on Deoxys too much. I do have other things for other things on this team, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Gonna be kind of losing out on the sure kill with against his Gliscor, since that thing does have Ice Beam. But I do have Ice Fang on this thing, so I will find another way to deal with Gliscor. I'm really just struggling dealing with this thing, so I think I go for the Protect here to rack up some more health, you know, stall out some more Trick Room. My only hope at this point is to pull off a double Protect, because I've been counting my Trick Room turns somewhat carefully, at least I thought I was during the game. And, you know, Trick Room wears off. I think he might set it up later, if I'm not mistaken. But he goes out to his Latios now, predicting the very obvious Earthquake. I don't care if he predicts it. I just want him, you know, to be forced out. Now, based on my assumptions from earlier, definitely going to think he's choice. Might as well just go for the Protect here anyway to be closer to full, because, you know, why not? It's always a good idea. So, he goes for Surf. I see that he's locked in on Surf, quote-unquote. I still don't know what it is. But I'm going to go into my Hydreigon right now to take the rain-boosted Surf. Now, I'm either overestimating Latios or underestimating a Hydreigon, but I thought this would kill, even though it was resisted and rain-boosted. It doesn't, which is really nice, and now that his Ferrothorn is gone, he doesn't have anything to take a Draco Meteor, so he just decides to leave this thing in. He has an Umbreon, he has a Reuniclus, and he has a Gliscor left. So he has things that can switch in safely afterwards, but he doesn't want anything to switch in on it. Plus, he probably wants to see what I'm locked in on. And since he does have Trick Room left on his team, Latios won't really benefit too much. It was a weakest link, and I'm glad to see it go. So I switch in my Umbreon. I don't really know what... I don't switch in my Umbreon. He switched in his Umbreon. But that Payback does nothing. He's not boosted in any way at all. I was thinking he might have, you know, gone for the Toxic, so that's why I switched to this thing above anything else, plus, you know, defensive wall and all that. Here we see his own Gliscor, and I decide, you know, Umbreon's not going to be able to do anything to me right now. I don't know how I'm going to deal with it since my Terrakions gone, but I will find a way. I need to find a way. So, I go for the Ice Fang just to see how much damage it's going to do to this Gliscor. I don't know if this is like a speed tie or if we're just running, you know, better things, but I do get a flinch here. A little bit unfortunate, but it's not really too vital since you're not really going to want to stay in given the amount of damage I did there anyway. I mean, if I took an Ice Fang or if he tried to set up, then I would have taken it arguably better. I could have protected, you know, just gone from there. Killed him off with another one. Point is I let him know that I can kill him off next turn and he needs to get the fuck out. So he goes to Reuniclus. Since his Umbreon is still pretty damn fresh, he decides that Trick Room is not really going to be too helpful here. And he lets to take an Ice Fang and an Earthquake, which is great. You know, I don't want Trick Room kind of ruining my day here. But he goes into his Umbreon. I've done you all the pleasure of speeding up this portion, those of you that remember this game from the stream, because he's a Curse Umbreon, okay? And once he gets up to like +3 or so, it gets nasty. It gets really nasty for me. And I realize that I need a crit. I need to crit through his curses. But the thing is when you play that defensive style, you always run that risk. And I have a shit ton of Earthquakes, so I have a shit ton of chances to fish for it. But he has Curse, he has Payback, he has Rest. I think he told me his 4th move was Heal Bell, and it was meant to be something else. I don't understand what it was. As you can see, my Earthquakes are not even close to a 3-hit KO. So I need one. I need one. I desperately need one. I don't know when I'm going to get it, but that one almost kills him off. I was raging pretty hard. I don't remember how much he lived with. All I know is I keep going for Earthquakes and Ice Fangs and stuff like that. If I run out of PP, then I'm going to be in trouble in a big way. So Earthquake seems like it's doing less and less, like I've been pulling mins on the past couple turns. Go for the Ice Fang right here just to save an Earthquake PP, because I know he's going to rest. You know, he's going to want to stall out Earthquakes, and then I will be in trouble. So go for another Earthquake here, and it's pretty much a do or die on this one. I do have a decent amount of Earthquakes left, but I really wouldn't want to pursue this any longer. And I do finally get the critical hit on this wall here, and, you know, take it out for good. I thank God crits cut right through the boost, so... I think his last one left is Gliscor, and I will take that out with an Ice Fang immediately after he stops protecting, because I think I maxed myself out. He couldn't live that from full if he tried. So that's the game, guys. If you enjoyed it, you're welcome to leave a like, rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. A little bit of a longer one with some bits in the middle I wasn't really comfortable with, but I figured I might as well narrate it today. Leave a comment. Let me know what tier you want to see next. I have a little bit of everything. And I can kind of make Tuesday or Thursday, you know, request kind of day things, you know, just listen to what you guys have to say, and I will respond accordingly. So we got that going. I got TCGO coming up. I have a Penumbra episode. I probably want to do those nightly, so I got to, you know, record those, do those things. And, you know, I would also like to take the opportunity to thank you guys for supporting my content. I wouldn't be doing it if I wasn't getting, you know, the feedback and support that I've been getting lately. So, you know, as long as you guys keep enjoying my content, I'll keep putting it out. So, speaking of, I got 2 more videos, as I previously mentioned. I'll be working on those. And I will see you guys later. Peace.